What's going on, everybody? A little late night video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you know when a live stream pops or a video drops. Appreciate y'all coming back. Share this out as well. Maybe a couple of Yankee content creators will make videos about this subject. Maybe they won't. Share it out because, to help support the channel. I'm not thrilled about this Castillo thing, and I'm going to come out and say it right now. I'm not trying to scream and yell. Maybe I will throughout the course of this video. The Yankees missed out on Luis Castillo, and the Seattle Mariners swooped in and traded for him. There's a likely chance that I will be seeing him on Monday against the Seattle Mariners live at the Yankee Stadium. I'll be there with family. And I was expecting Luis Castillo to be a Yankee. Now, once again, we're going to get into the logistics of it. And I'm not going to say this, just talking bullshit. I will actually speak facts here. I'm mystified. I'm very pissed off, to say the least. I know everybody's going to come out here as I pull up a page that has a prospect list. I know everybody's come out and say, well, they wanted this guy, they got this guy. Oh, well, they got a steal, this, that, and the other thing, whatever. All right. So, according to Pete Simonetti, who is my boss at NYY News TV and also a friend of mine, a guy told him that they wanted Anthony Volpe and they wouldn't back off. No deal. Here is what Seattle gave up in a trade. They gave up Noelvi Marte, shortstop, their first overall prospect. Edwin Arroyo, shortstop, third overall prospect. Levi Stout, right-handed pitcher, fifth overall prospect. And I believe the last one was Dylan Moore. Let me just make sure of that. I think it was Dylan Moore that was in the deal. Another low-end prospect, but 3 top 10 prospects. Top 5 remotely. And I can't necessarily be mad at the Cincinnati Reds for wanting that much, because Castillo is a heck of an arm. And he's going to fit in a nice rotation in a team that's changing. They really had a bad first half, but Robbie Ray, now they got Castillo. They got a couple other guys in that rotation. So they may turn it around and be a wild card team. Now, Alex, why are you pissed off that they didn't get Castillo? There's Montas. Okay. The only 2 other options I would be okay with is Carlos Rodon from San Francisco Giants and Frankie Montas from the Oakland Athletics. Probably Montas before Rodon. Either or, honestly, fits the bill for me. This rotation has shown at times that they've overachieved. And I'm going to be fucking real here. Garrett Cole pitched very poorly against a bad team, Kansas City. We won that game. Aaron Judge and IKF came back. And I even said on Twitter, don't give me this unlucky crap. Garrett Cole needed to get out of the inning. He allowed an opposite field base hit to Hunter Dozier, which scored 2, and then gave up a high fastball to Salvador Perez. He's hitting that every day of the week. And this ain't the first time he's blown up. How does this affect the situation at hand, you ask? Because Garrett Cole's a starter. Severino's on the IL. Montgomery is flip-floppy. Tyon's not always at his best, and Cortez, well, you can't expect too much out of him, even though he's had a hell of a season. I'm pretty much dancing around the point here. And before I go to that point, I will say, Montas or Rodon, they're going to calm me down if they're Yankees, because we need help in this rotation. Here is the central point of why I'm making this video. The Yankees have had this history of holding on to prospects for the last couple of years. And fans have seen it, and fans have been tired of it. Meanwhile, you do have a select few that love the prospects for some reason. Oh, everybody's a prospect. Yeah, everyone also got birthed out of a fucking vagina. I don't say that a lot, but let's get to the facts here. Different organizations as well, people. So I hope you know that. They've had this history for a couple of years now. I bet 110 fucking percent you guys would agree with me that in the last few years, this is the best Yankee team, at least by looks. 67 wins, now 68 wins and 33 losses. They got off to this wonderful start. Yes, they've been around the 500 level in the second half in the last 30, 31 games. But this is one of the better teams that have come out in the last few years. Aaron Boone, he's doing a heck of a job managing. Trevino's made a difference. Aaron Judge, he's an MVP candidate, really should be the MVP. But ladies and gentlemen, this is the best year in the goddamn window to win a World Series. And if we don't, there is a chance, and I'm going to say it, I don't care if people rip on me, there is a chance that that goes away after this year. Aaron Judge has hit 41 home runs and 89 RBIs this season with a 297 batting average, and he is not signed to a contract extension. Why is that? I don't know. Going back to the prospect thing, yes, if you ask me, would I have included Anthony Volpe in a deal for Castillo, just off my mind, whether it would break the deal or make the deal doesn't matter. Would I put Volpe in the first round of negotiations? I would not have. Maybe Dominguez, Peraza, you got to get rid of those guys in my opinion. I wouldn't have put Volpe in. But if Castillo's the best guy out there, I would have said, okay, you want Volpe, you could take Volpe. You want Dominguez, you could take Dominguez. You could take fucking Oswald Peraza. And people are going to say, well, what about the shortstop prospects, right? They're not really ready behind Volpe and Peraza, right? They're not ready. Let's see. Let's go back to the point here. What is my point? Prospect hugging, this is the best year in the window. And if people would have been pissed if the Yankees gave up those prospects in a trade for Castillo, here's what I would have said. Well, you got Benintendi for peanuts and Cracker Jack. He was an all-star. Luis Castillo, let's just say you make that trade for him. Who else are you getting? The Yankees seem right now to not be in on Juan Soto. Could be the Dodgers, could be the Giants, could be a couple other teams that we don't see. But right now, it looks very unlikely because they feel content with Hicks in center field and, well, they have Andrew Benintendi in left field. Do you really think it's going to cost that much for a relief pitcher? I don't think so. Hell, if you got Benintendi for peanuts and Cracker Jack, what if you went out and got a Gregory Soto, Andrew Chafin, a Michael Fulmer? You really think that's going to need a top 10 prospect in that trade? No. But once again, it comes back to the central point. What are you holding on to them for? Shortstop, you want to give me that argument? Okay, you have Roderick Arias and all those guys, down below. If you trade Volpe and Peraza both, next year, because IKF is pretty bad, we know that. I know a lot of people were splitting blame him, Cole, whatever. You can go out and get a couple of shortstop options next year. Carlos Correa could be available. Could be. Xander Bogaerts could be available. Dansby Swanson, Trey Turner could be available. 4 guys right there. They can play shortstop. Right? And I wouldn't necessarily talk too much about trading Peraza if the Yankees had called him up already. Because if they did that, if they called the Peraza already, we wouldn't be having this conversation. And if he's held till after the deadline, and they don't trade him, he should be up in the big leagues right now. Because his ceiling is higher than IKF, and what does he got to lose? And I talked about Juan Soto and the possibility of trading for him the other day. In a Cashman-like era, in a Steinbrenner, at least Hal's era, it would deplete you a little bit of money when you're talking about in the realization, in the real life format rather than just MLB The Show. You would be depleted because of how close Hal wants to stay away or close to the luxury tax number. So that would kind of limit your resources to go get a free agent or a trade piece because of also your prospects in the system. But once again, goes back to the central point, and I know I'm repeating myself in this video. Trade for Castillo. Let's say you give up Dominguez, Peraza, and a guy like Anthony Volpe. Does signing Castillo, and I'm pretty sure he's got control the next 2 years. You know, teams have control over Castillo. Well, now it's the Mariners. You have control over Castillo the next 2 years. You have Benintendi. He's not going to cost too much to sign him, you know, to an extension. And then you got a relief pitcher. You're not going to worry too much about that. Yes, you have to re-sign Aaron Judge, which will cost money because, well, he's played really well. That's an understatement, by the way. You got a lot of money coming off the books with Herman, Britton, Tyen, a couple other guys. Would a Luis Castillo trade deplete you of the money to go get another shortstop? To replace what Volpe would be in like 2 years? And let me say this. End off this video. Prospects do not always work out. Yankee fans should know this. Over the last few years, it's been Sevy, it's been Judge, it's been Montgomery to a certain extent, Michael King. Other than that, who else has worked out? Andujar hasn't because they can't make a decision on him. Same thing goes for Estevan Florial. So trade them while the value is high. And if you're not going to call them up, then trade them. Don't let them drown in the minor league systems. We're trying to win World Series championships. We're trying to win this year. This is the best year in the window for the last few years to win a World Series. Next year, if Judge leaves, Rizzo may leave too because those two are like this. So overall, to end the video, I'm not going to be mad if we get Montas. I'm not going to be mad if we get Rodon. But if we get some B-type pitcher like Jose Quintana or a guy like Tyler Mahle, I'm not going to be happy. I will rant. I'm dead serious. But that's it for this video. Guys, like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you know when a live stream pops or your drops. Appreciate you all coming back. Peace out, guys. See you later. And stay cool.